to another episode of Old Soul Tech. And in today's video, we're going to be comparing two computers from around the same time period, about a year apart from each other. So, in today's video, we're going to be comparing the Macintosh Plus. This one's going to be running System 7.0, I think. I'm not very good with classic Macintoshes. And then a Commodore 128. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I've created a list of things that you might do on one of these computers, and let's see which one does them better. So when it came to word processing on the Mac Plus, you had quite a few options. So like first thing you have, this is a test of Microsoft Word on a Mac Plus. Alright. No, don't save. So yeah, that was, Microsoft Word. And you had other things, like you had, PageMaker. So I can get this. PageMaker. This might take a minute. And while we wait for this, I guess we can try teach text. So, don't know much about this program, other than that it existed. I'm not very good with classic versions of the Mac. I think I did too many things at the same time. Yeah, I might have. PageMaker, come on, load. This is PageMaker. Alright, let's see. You can see that I'm pretty bad with this kind of stuff. Come on. Now it's frozen. Okay, there we go. You can tell I'm bad at this, right? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what any of these icons do. I mean, let's see if PageMaker even loaded. There we go. Okay. There we go. I honestly have never used this program before. But, okay, what am I even doing here? So, I don't think this was used for word processing. I honestly don't know much about any of these programs, other than that they existed. No, don't save. Come on. Just shut it off. No. But yeah, that's the Macintosh. That's what I have for you. So let's move on to the Commodore. Alright, so I found this program called Archetype, and it is in BASIC, so it's pretty long, so I'm not going to list it, but I'm going to try to run it. Now, I did try this, and it didn't work so well, so I'm just hoping for the best. This is an emulator just to make things easier for capturing, because I didn't feel like bringing out a composite, all that nonsense. But it is not loading. And in Vice, there's two, let's see. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I'm looking at the VDC screen and the VIC-2 screen, and one's just completely black and one's just green, and it just went to full screen. Great. How do I get out of this again? I'm not very good with Vice. I don't use it often. Yeah, this is not working, so, oh, come on. task manager time. Let's just close out of Vice. But yes, as expected, the Mac Plus won that, hands down. Alright, so I've skipped right to the Macintosh version here, or the Macintosh side of things, because I had some trouble with the 128 version, and basically I couldn't get GEOS to load right. Well, I got GEOS to load, but then the mouse wasn't working on my emulator, so I've just skipped right to the Macintosh version, and we're going to do Mac Paint. Because I was trying to use the Paint program in GEOS, because I couldn't find a good one, but I guess we're going right to the Mac, and I guess the Mac's winning this one, because the other one wouldn't work. Alright, let's just see, I can draw my logo, and just so you know, I'm using a mouse, and this is going to look very sloppy. So, I don't really know how to use any of these programs. Actually, let's see if there's like a, there must be like a text or something. Just see. I'm sorry for all the people. I've really never used any of these old Mac versions. Oh yes, here we go. I could have just typed the dumb thing. Old Soul Tech. Yay! I don't even know what I'm doing. This is a mess. So let's just draw our lovely image. Yeah. Here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Yay, this is amazing, and yes, this is an emulator too. But anyways, that's it for this side of things, and as you can see, I think the Mac won. Alright, so I've gone onto Moby Games and looked up Macintosh, but the problem with this is it shows all of the games ever released from Macintosh all the way up until 2023. So I am just gonna do this from 1987. Now, I'm not good with this site, I just know about it, and that's how I did it. So 50 Macintosh games were released in the year 1987, so that's a year after the Mac Plus came out, but the Commodore 128 did come out a year after. But if we switch over to the 128, but then if you go over to the Commodore 128, there are 29 video games. But I'm not just going to count it for that, because if you remember, the Commodore 128 had 3 modes of operation. One was C128 native mode, and then C64 mode, and CPM mode. So I'm going to count those games too. So let's see, how many games were there for the C64? 5,589, that's more like it. And then if we even add in CPM, still, it's only a measly 57 video games, but if we add them up, it's still a lot, and I'll add them up real quick. Alright, so 57 CPM games, 5,589, plus, plus 29 equals 5,675. So, yeah, the C128 won that one by a landslide. And finally, we're going to talk about connectivity. So, the Mac Plus has a 3.5mm headphone jack for an external speaker, a proprietary mouse port, a external floppy disk drive, a 25-pin SCSI port for an external hard disk, and 2 serial ports, one for a printer and one for a modem. And I got that information from hardwaresecrets.com, and this photo from Wikipedia shows that the Commodore 128 has 2 joystick ports, a power button on the side, and then we also have a cartridge port, a cassette port, a serial port, a video port, a channel selector switch, an RF port, an RGB port, and a user port. That's quite a few ports. So I think the C128 won this. Oh, and price, C128 won by a landslide as well. Anyways, that's all. See ya.